This April 1st Park Board meeting to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Like it's Kristen's fault.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, Kristen, you want to take attendance?
Brad Bassick.
I'm here.
Ed Repay.
Here.
Joe Skavarik.
Here.
Nicole Kelly.
Here.
Jen Wilson.
Here.
John Novosich.
Here.
Christian Bartholomew.
Here.
Irene Morales.
Here.
And Carly Morris.
Here.
Okay, first up, approval of the minutes from the March 4th, 2026 meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve the meeting minutes.
Okay, we have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0. We need to approve some donations.
We have one donation for Mary Graffin for the dog park of $50.
Very nice.
Okay. Need a motion to approve?
Motion to accept.
Okay, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
We've got two of them. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 5-0. John, any correspondence?
None.
Any reports from staff?
Carly, you want?
None from me today.
Okay.
Irene. Okay, I just have one thing that's in your packet.
Sure.
Kim, she put together our sponsorship packet for the year. So
Okay.
just wanted to give you guys a sneak peek of what that is.
Thank you.
We're just trying to up our game when it comes to that. Yes, it's this. It's like the second page. It's stapled. It has our letterhead on it. Yeah, so we're just looking for our bigger events and then also for summer camps.
Awesome.
I'm not sure if you have any questions or I can go through it.
If you know any businesses that are interested,
Yeah,
Pass
pass it along.
it
would
along.
be
Okay.
greatly appreciated.
You got it.
Yeah, so there's a rundown too of the benefits and what we're looking for on the second
I like
or
it.
third and fourth page.
Yeah, I see that. Seems very reasonable.
Irene, could you or Kim send me a PDF
Sure.
of this?
Yeah.
And then I can
Yeah.
share it?
We'll
Thank
definitely
you.
do that tomorrow. We'll send you guys all it.
That'd be great.
Thank you.
Kristen?
So the community center rentals are, we're up about 1,600.
Great.
Nice.
And then the picnic shelter rentals, we are down by 355.
Okay. Haven't really had great weather for picnic shelter rentals, I feel like.
True. We don't have a lot of rentals in April or March, though, so
Reasonable.
that
Shocker.
Yep.
Helps us.
Shocking. Yep. Makes sense. Awesome. Anything we need to know about it?
no.
Nope.
Nope.
Any questions? All right, moving on. Any old business? Hearing none. First up under new business, we need to consider approval to allow beer and wine to be served by vendors at designated park events.
Okay, so in front of you, you have the 2026 list of events with for beer and wine vendors. So we have 4 separate events that we're looking to get approved. So that is the Schererville
That goes to the
Fest.
council, right? After we approve it.
No,
No?
No,
We're just
it's all
approving.
on you guys now.
that was
Yep.
changed.
Oh, that's great. I love that.
Right.
As it should be.
Yep. So Schererville Fest, Schererville Fireworks, Country Fair, and the Schererville Street Fest.
I'll make a motion to approve these events to serve beer and wine.
Okay, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 5-0. You said aye, right, Joe?
Yeah.
Okay. Thought I heard you incorrectly. Next up, probably the most important thing we've had to consider under new business. Consider appointment of a superintendent for Parks and Recreation. Ooh. I nominate Ed. No, just kidding.
No, Mr. President, if I can.
Yes, please. Go
Unless
ahead.
Somebody wants to jump in. Although John's shoes will never be filled, because he has been pretty much a, I don't, you've been here a long time, John.
Hi, Ed.
What's that?
Longer than you.
That, which says a lot,
Yeah.
you know, from what I understand. I do feel that Eileen Morales would be a excellent torchbearer, if you will, for Schererville Parks and Recreation, and I would like to nominate her for the director position.
Effective.
I'm sorry, effective May 2nd.
Okay. We have a motion to consider Irene Morales for the superintendent position, effective May 2nd. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Enthusiastically. Congratulations, Irene.
Congratulations.
All
Irene.
right.
We're rooting for you.
Thank you.
I just want to say on behalf of the board, we know that it's, you know, John's been here a long time, so there's a lot of things that, you know, just through experience and wisdom, we just want you to, we don't want you to feel pressure to fill his shoes in that way. We know that that'll come with time, and we're
Right.
here to help and support you however we can. So please don't hesitate to reach out or talk to us whenever you need something,
Yeah.
okay?
Yes, thank you, I appreciate it. I'll definitely be bugging John too at home, so.
He told me yesterday, he was like, don't call me, I'm out.
Well, I know where he lives, so.
And if I could say something, it's not really, you know, filling my shoes. It's really, you know, Irene making her own mark and
Yeah.
taking the department in the direction that it has to go. And I guess reflecting through the years, I really wanted to give a kind of just a quick report of what we've done the last 37 years, starting in 1989. And going
You said it's a
through.
quick report, right?
No, I think looking back, some things up, really, there's always changes, there's always new trends, there's always factors that affect the department and your operations, and really Irene's going to make her mark on the department and take it where it's going to go. We don't know where that's going to be as far as factors and what's going to be happening 5 years from now, 10 years from now. We went through a budget freeze for 7 years. We grew, we got a lot of parks, we had, to get through COVID. So there's always a challenge. It's not a matter of filling my shoes, it's more making your mark. And I think she's going to make her mark and lead the department, and wish you and staff all the success. And I will be available, but only in person. And to the board, thank you for all your support. I really appreciate it. We've gotten a lot accomplished, and it's been really a pleasure to work with you on projects and events and programs, and just having your support and your consensus on letting me do what I thought was best for the department. I really appreciate that. I guess if something did screw up, you would let me know, but it's nice to know your board has that kind of has your back and has that consensus, and I hope that you continue to give that type of support to Irene.
Absolutely.
And, really, your input is valuable. I wish we could have done a few more things that didn't quite materialize, but that's a whole nother subject.
Don't
so.
bring up Ileana. Don't get me fired up. John, I was asked to say a few words to you as you go. And first of all, I was honored to ask. It probably should be Ed, because I know he worked with you for longer. But I just want to say, on behalf of the rest of the board, I'm so grateful for the time that I got to serve this community with you. I learned a lot from you. I think we've all learned a lot from you. Every single person in this community, whether they know your name or not, has benefited from your passion and the energy and the time that you've put into this community. I think every human being, regardless of what they do in life, kind of wants to be remembered and have made that mark on their community. And I just want to say publicly, without a shadow of doubt, and I think the rest of the board agrees with me, you have absolutely done that on this community in your 37 years here. You will be sorely missed, but we're all very, very excited for your next journey, and we hope it's local. Not always local, get the hell out of here, go have some fun, especially when it's cold, but we hope to see you on the golf course or grab a drink or watch a game or whatever it ends up being, because we've spent a lot of time together, we've gone through a lot of projects, and you've been kind of a shining light through all of that with your wisdom and your experience, and we're all very grateful for that. So,
Well, thank you.
With that, the department has asked me to present you with this.
Take your mic with you. No.
I can't take my mic with me,
Do I
but
have to go somewhere?
on behalf of the board and the department, we just want to wish you, thank you for your
A compass.
37 years
No.
of contributions to this community and to our lives, and wish you nothing but the best in this next chapter for you.
Just open up and,
No, we've sealed it.
oh my God, the keys to the Durango? Oh, no. I thought I was getting to keep that vehicle. Well, thank you. Thank you. It's unique, and I think this is symbolic because I think, and Irene, you should probably really take note, and the board too, in these type of positions and roles, you have to really look 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the road. And, you know, I always kind of looked at that compass saying, where is the direction of the department? And it's really kind of, you know, you're got your hands in maybe something, a fire you're putting out this today or this week, and there's a project, and we got Fest in a couple months. But then you also have to have that vision of, you know, 5, 10, 15 years down the road. Being involved with NERC, definitely with the planning of the, you know, the trail system in the 3 counties, kind of helped with that, doing some of the master planning and some of those type of visionary documents, being involved with the state trail master plan. You see these things come to fruition now, the trail network, and especially the trails we have here in Rorman. You know, I had wrote a letter to INDOT in the mid-90s asking them to put a culvert under Route 30. You know, when they took down the Klein Avenue Bridge and they wanted to make it flat, and then, you know, caught a lot of heat for that because we didn't have a trail for a lot of years, and like, that was a stupid idea. But seeing people bike under 30 now and not have to cross 30,
Yeah.
And the cost, it would have been seeing what Hammond's done with some of the bridges over Calumet and what that costs. It was that type of foresight, and I think that's really, you know, where you lead the department, where you lead the community. You know, do you leave it in a better place? And it's not always, you know, what's best for this year, it's what's best for 10 years, 20 years down the road. So I didn't think I'd be in this position this long, working this many years in one spot. So it was kind of looking back, it's like, yeah, there was a lot of neat things that got done and a lot of opportunity, because there wasn't a lot to get done. There was really nowhere to go but up, because we didn't have a lot of programs or events, or we only had 8 parks, you know, so there was a lot of opportunity, and you always need that vision. So this is sundial and compass, so I could put this out and
We wanted
watch time go
something,
by.
we wanted something you'd be familiar with that you used back in your day. Like, we know phones use this stuff now, but we just felt like, you know.
Yeah, and those who know me know I'm very low tech. And that's one of the changes through the years. The department has really seen a lot of technology come in, and thank God for Irene and Carly and Kristen and those who know that, because I do not utilize that much. But it's always taking the tools and the people and the resources that you have and making the most out of it. And I think that's kind of been a challenge, but that's also been the blessing, that there's been a lot of, you know, good people and staff in other departments helping, and boards, not only yourself, but past boards, and even those that would pontificate for long times, and some politics here and there through the years.
Nope, but I know what he's talking about.
So, with that,
If I can.
real quick
I
too,
want to open it up to
Oh,
the
go
board.
ahead.
Does
I did
anyone-
include this, how do parks impact you? This was a recent study that I think last year you might have received the full study on this, but this is through IPRA. And really, the association's really trying to create more awareness at the state level of what parks do and the benefits. And Indiana local parks have added $540 million annually to the economy since 2017. So, you know, across the state, there is really a big impact with what park departments do. That's really evident if you drive down Indianapolis, Carmel, different places, Fishers, up here, you know, Terre Haute, South Bend, Fort Wayne. There's a lot of departments doing a lot of great things across the state, and it really does add not only to the economy, but just really to the overall health and fabric of communities. So, you know, continue to advocate that as a board to those who you have their ear, and you could, you know, let them know, because it's really important that, I think somewhere in here, you know, funding is, Indiana's a little bit behind on a, you know, on a state level with funding compared to, you know, national states and cities and towns. So I think we've done a lot with the resources that we have, not only myself, but, you know, some of my peers across the state. So, you know, continue to support and fight for parks and the budgets and all that good stuff. Hug a tree.
That's why,
Hug a tree, absolutely.
I want to make sure we open it up if anyone else wants to say anything.
I will for 10 minutes or so. I mean, we talked a little earlier about disconnect. It wasn't a real good word, but the casualness of this board. And I've been around long enough to see when it wasn't casual. That didn't last very long. But this board is casual for a reason, and we are disconnected from what they do for a reason, and it's because of John. If John didn't have that compass and a plan and a 10-year plan and a 15-year plan, we would be doing a lot more work as a board. And to John's credit, he has that already set up for us. We come in here, we don't necessarily rubber stamp, because we do have the opportunity to discuss these things and vet out some good or some bad plans. And again, that's a credit to John that we're able to do that. I hope we're able to stay as casual, because I believe Irene and the staff will be able to keep that up. They were not mentored, but certainly saw what John did and how he operated, and I think that's a good start for them. And again, I mentioned that's what kept me around here, because if it wasn't, if the park board started out and continued the way it was going when I first started, I wouldn't be talking tonight. And it has changed over the years with personnel. And again, that's a lot of that credit goes to John, and not that he got rid of some people, but the theme is always progressive, moving forward, and going with a plan. Personally, throughout my life, I've had a lot of contact with public officials, public servants, elected officials, and it's difficult to find people that are willing to sacrifice for the better good and not their own personal good. John does that by far better than anyone else in serving this board in this town for what he's done for the last 22, 23, however many years it's been, but it seems like forever, and I'm glad that you stuck around as long as you did. I appreciate it, John. Thank you.
Thank you, Ed.
And I would just say, John, we normally play tennis once a year, and you definitely need to get better at that. But hey, you've done a lot of great things.
He's got time now.
You've done a lot of great things, and, you know, we've talked about it, had lunch, you know, on a number of occasions. And what I value more than any of that is just the relationship I've had with you and the friendship. I mean, to me, that means more than a lot of the stuff we've done. It's just the relationship and the friendship, and I appreciate that.
Thanks, Joe, and maybe you could get my game back up to speed.
$60 an hour.
I heard you're a heck of a coach. Nicole says that, but I think she wants to make sure, you know, no.
Don't even say it.
You know, quick story, when we developed Plum Creek, we put the tennis courts in, and the Times was out there to do a story, and they're like, can we get a photo? And there was two councilmen, I believe it was Councilman Flalin and Banter on one end, and I was serving on the other, and hit a perfect ace, and it went between them, and the ball actually went through the fence. And one of the councilmen kind of gave me a look like, what the bleep are you trying to do, take my head off? But when you're younger, you have a little more spirit in there and a little more fun. I don't know if I would do that now to a councilman, but back then, I was like, I'm going to crank one.
Well, congratulations on your retirement. Hopefully,
you.
Coach Joe can get your tennis game up to speed now that you got extra time. And I just want to say that I have enjoyed immensely working with you, whether it was the chamber, the park board, or what have you. It's always been a pleasure.
Thank
And
you.
you will be missed.
Can we entertain a motion? Unless there's other stuff, and
We did, didn't we?
We voted.
We
What
voted, we
motion?
approved, we approved Irene, didn't we?
We approved, we approved Irene. Yeah, we nominated
Okay.
Irene for
no,
this.
entertain a motion to adjourn.
Oh,
To adjourn.
oh,
Unless there's
any
other,
business from the floor?
Okay.
Okay.
Motion to adjourn.
I thought you were like, hey, what
Not
about?
only does he have a 5-year plan, he's got a 5-minute plan.
Got a 5-minute plan.
Yes, motion to adjourn.
Okay, motion to adjourn, is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, meeting is adjourned. Congrats, John, thanks so
thank
much.
you. Thank you.